Hey guys, we just got back from seeing Neighbors earlier, and I know we promised a review of the last review we did with Amazing Spider-Man 2, and if you haven't seen it, you definitely check it out. It's one of the longest reviews I've done. But I know it's been a week since Neighbors came out, but I figured we just give our thoughts because since I got my buddy here with me, we're gonna talk about how we felt about the new movie. So how did you feel about it?
Uh, it was actually a pretty good raunchy comedy. I give it about a B plus, but it's still good.
Yeah, it's
It gave me hope for Zac Efron as he's been doing on too many of those high school musicals. I'm interested in seeing him playing this role, and he actually did a pretty good job.
yeah. I'll
I'd
admit,
give him a good job. I'd give him about a good B A ish.
yeah, it's one of those things where because I'll admit I'm not really the biggest Zac Efron fan because to me much like Channing Tatum and like all those other pretty boy actors, he's just too much of that heartthrob that I see in movies. And it was good to actually. I was actually surprised because I thought he really did good in this film, and it was good seeing him a nice change from what he did previously in his early work. So it was good seeing a kind of raunchy comedy like this kind of guy. But what I really love the most is how this film, it's like, for people who are out there who are familiar with National Lampoon's Animal House,
Animal House,
that's
yeah.
that's the movie
Old
that thinks of
school.
old school, all those house party movies they
Uh,
used to have.
It's got it's not like it, but it's got that American Pie-ish, old school. It's got pretty much your average college fraternity
Yeah,
thing.
it's
And again, Seth Rogen plays a phenomenal role in it.
yeah,
He's
but
funny as hell. He doesn't play that annoying. He still has it.
yeah, I mean, I think,
enjoyed it.
I mean, I still like Seth Rogen for what he's playing, although I do think at this point he is kind of playing that same kind of character. He's playing that that straight laced, well, not really straight laced, but like that very obnoxious kind of character where
Yeah.
where he's like always, oh, I gotta do like this and all like talking this kind of voice.
But he still like maybe laughs.
I mean, he was still funny and all that. It's
maybe
just I kind of feel like he's still playing that same kind of
Oh,
character.
eventually in time down the road, it's going to get old. It's
It
going
is.
to get very old with other characters. That's why I'm going to rate it a B. I rated B. There's a few problems in it.
Yeah, I mean, there's
I do not care, and I know this is for the ladies, but they did try to make Zac Efron being naked in the film.
Yeah,
Saying,
they
that
pulled a
kinda
Channing
bothered me.
Tatum
I'm like,
pretty
all
much.
right, I don't want to see this.
They basically pulled a Channing Tatum, which I had a problem too. It was like, okay, well, this is basically appealing to the more female crowd as well, and so I'm just like, but I thought the jokes were really funny. There's my favorite part is where like when they have that, because the whole plot is that Seth Rogen and Rose Byrne, that's her name.
Oh yeah, let's
they
just
move
say
into,
before he says that, let's go spoiler alert.
well, I mean,
Well, not really a full spoiler, but let's just say that there's some things you don't want to.
like there's some jokes that you don't want to see coming.
Yeah.
Because there are some pretty clever jokes they have in this film. Because I thought that I was like, holy shit, I didn't see that.
Yeah.
But with the whole plot is basically Rose Byrne and Seth Rogen. There's this couple with their new baby, and they move into this neighborhood, and after like a couple days, another neighbor, their new neighbor moves in who has like this frat party going on.
Yeah.
It's basically like
a college buys out the house next door to him. Zac Efron, he plays the main play. He's playing a Stifler. He's playing pretty much a Stifler, and I would have my doubts at first, but he did pretty good.
Yeah, I thought he was really
bad.
funny. He wasn't that bad.
It could have been a whole
I mean,
lot
it could have been.
worse.
I mean, it's not. I'm not saying he was like really like perfect, but I'm just saying like he did for a different kind of role like this. It was cool that he did something.
Yeah, I was actually. I'm glad for him as Zac as an actor himself changed his movies for once. Because like I'm not a chick flick fan. I am definitely not a high school fan. He needs to explore his variety, and I thought this was a perfect role to start out.
Yeah, because
see what he's got.
Because to me, when it comes to actors like that who are known for like their high school, like their dance movies, and they're all their chick flick movies, I just can't get into them because, I mean, I don't mind watching romance films, but at the same time, I prefer to watch them when I'm like with a girl or something.
Yeah.
Those are the kind of films where I'm just like, okay, if I'm with my girlfriend, yeah, I'll watch them like that. But I can't watch them by myself. It's like it's not for me. They're chick flicks.
Yeah.
Just like what was the other movie in the last Vow or no, I'm sorry, that one movie where he plays like he's in the army, the last or the Lucky Ones, that one where he's like in the army or something. Did you see that one?
Which one?
The Zac Efron where he has like the
I didn't
beard.
see that. No.
Oh well, that one I heard that that was more for like That was more like the Notebook kind of crowd.
See, that's what he's known for. He's either known for High School Musical or the Notebook,
or not
slash the Valve kind of crowd. Finally, he takes a step into comedy, raunchy comedy, where he is playing a Stifler role.
Yeah.
And it's got Dave
Franco, which I was surprised because I didn't realize that was James Franco's brother. Right?
Yes, that is James Franco's
from
brother.
A second, I was like, he looks kind of familiar.
Also, for you fans, if you ever seen Now You See Me, he's in that. He plays a co-supporting character or actor in it, supporting, and he's really good in that too.
Wow, because I still need to watch the movie because I heard a lot of good things about that one.
Yes,
but yeah, because going into it, I was like, he does kind of sound familiar because his voice kind of sounds like James Franco.
It is. It's
so I was like, oh wait, yeah, that's his brother.
Yeah,
okay.
it's his little brother.
Yeah, because I knew he was. I just couldn't remember his name.
Yeah, Dave Franco.
Yeah, but I also liked how they, because there's a lot of jokes that you don't really see coming too. You know, they're unexpected because since they're trying to appeal to more raunchy kind of humor, they're basically pulling a. It's made by the same director who did This Is the End.
Yeah,
the same guy did that because that was
and
also
which was also
a good movie. Yeah. So they have that same kind of raunchy humor where it's very quick. You know, it's very.
And he does work with a lot of Rogan type.
He does
movies. He's a big Rogan fan, so he does a lot of his stuff. It had raunchy humor like This Is the End. It was pretty funny.
Yeah.
They do. One of my favorite parts. I do love the air seats.
Me too. Like, there's this. Okay, for those who don't know,
a lot of people probably know that it's actually a new thing. That's actually people are actually doing at the seats.
They are.
It's been going over to YouTube, so it was good to put it in the movie.
Yeah.
Because it's a new thing. People are actually doing that. If you look on YouTube, you can download it, and it actually has.
Yeah, because the whole running.
Really doing that.
Yeah, because the whole running joke is that Zac Efron, he's pulling a prank on Seth Rogen because the whole purpose is Seth Rogen and Rose Byrne, they're a couple who just want to have Zac Efron moved out because they're making too much noise.
Well, they start out trying to play kind of like a friendly role.
Yeah.
They want a party. They just want him to keep it down. They told him, don't call the police. That was one of the biggest rules.
Yeah.
They end up doing the calling the police.
Yeah.
And that actually spurs into Zac Efron and his frat party doing nonstop pranks, just messing with them.
Yeah, because they're always like, oh well, we got color. We got caller ID, so we know it was you the whole time. That cop, he's like, did you call from this apartment? It's like, no, I was asleep.
You know what? I really laughed at the part where they shot the fireworks.
Me too.
The cop.
Yeah, that was because the whole basic is that they're trying to get him to move out because there's a subplot where Zac Efron is trying to stay away from trouble because if he gets any more trouble, he'll get a probation.
They get kicked out of the house.
They kicked out of the house, and they'll have to no longer stay there. So Seth Rogen is trying to basically move him out of the house, and when they set up this huge fucking party, because there's a scene where Seth Rogen is like going to set out flyers and shit to like hookers and all them, and one of my favorite parts is where his friend in the movie, who's like imitating Obama, and like
he did a damn good job, man.
He was like, "This is the president of the United States. We're having a party over here. We'd invite you to come."
It's a damn good film, and you know, it's something to enjoy.
Yeah, it is.
And if it does come out, when it comes out in videos, I recommend you have like a bunch of your little buddies over, drink some beer.
Yeah,
that makes the movie even better.
Yeah, it's one of those films where if you're drinking, like it's a good drinking game too, because much like movies like you go Can't Hardly Wait,
which is kind of like that
old school, yeah. Or hell, even go back to Animal House.
Animal House, yes,
or even what's some other party movies? You got
it kind of feels like also
American Pie.
American Pie got Dazed and Confused.
Dazed and Confused, yeah, like those kind of movies. You know, it's if you're in the right.
It's for you new 13 and older crowds. When I grew up, Dazed and Confused was big.
Yeah,
that was in the early 90s.
See,
that was my party film. And as I got into school, later in school, American Pie. When I was in high school, American Pie was big. So, and I'm a lot old, I'm around that age. But for you new crowd, I could see something kind of like this being like y'all's newer generation coming up. You guys looking up to this film as your
see, that's how it was, because since you got years on me, you were more with the Dazed and Confused crowd. I was more with like the Can't Hardly Wait and like the
which I was too. I was
but like since I was in the more late '90s party movies.
Yeah, see. Oh well, and as I got into high school, American Pie came out the first one when I was in school, and I enjoyed that. That became one of my favorite party movies of the. I mean, they've always been good.
Yeah,
It's hard to find really uh, a bad party film because they all seem to bring their own stuff to it. I for a lot of people that really bash this movie, I'm not trying to talk about other movies, but I thought Project X was pretty crazy. I mean, it's again not a film that you need a storyline. It's pretty much an all-out brawl, party, get drunk. That's what Project X was.
Yeah, see, I haven't seen Project X. That's one that I still need to watch because they always have those movies that are trying to be like The Hangover, where it's so crazy. This one.
This was probably the most craziest you could possibly do. Since you put $23 million in damage to your neighborhood the next.
This is basically, because I heard also 21 and Over was kind of like that
too. 21 Over, I kind of was a little disappointed with it because out of all those movies that do that kind of style party stuff, I thought 21 Over was kind of dull.
Oh yeah,
it was kind of really.
I've never.
Now here's another good party movie.
What was it?
Oh my God, that name! It's actually written. It's from a book, and it's from that one experience. I told you my friends at work recommended me this film. I'll talk about it later. I'll find the name of that, but I'll tell you about it.
Yeah, see, the whole thing
That's
is
what
that
it also reminded me. But 21 Over was probably one of the kind of boring
because it was basically copying The Hangover.
It was, but they don't even use the Asian kid who they're getting drunk most of the movie, so it's like pointless. Really.
Yeah, because
it was a really dull story.
Well, but plus also like how in this film, like most of the humor that I really like the most is like some of the Dave Franco's characters. I thought that scene where he's got like telekinesis power was his dick. Yeah, because there's a scene where they set up where when they introduce Zac Efron's character at the beginning, or after, because the whole thing is that they invite Seth Rogen in Rose Byrne to their party, and his friend that he has, who's played by Dave Franco, he has this telekinesis power where he's able to stick his whole dick out and just moves all man. He's like, I don't have to move. I just do like this.
Yeah, it's fun. Yeah, it's an enjoyable, laughable movie. You'll laugh. It's a fun movie.
Yeah. But I also got a kick out of because
I do like the part where Seth Rogen and his wife are having sex, and the whole party is just sitting there watching through their big window. They're having sex, and they're just like, yeah.
I mean, it's like, what the fuck?
Yeah, it's fun. It's hard to explain, judging by review. Yeah. Comedies are hard to do.
Yeah, it's
you're gonna have to.
You got to be my mindset.
You have to go see it.
Yeah.
Comedies are really hard to review. They have to be more. You have to see it. It's hard to explain in comedies. Now, when you start doing blockbusters like Amazing Spider-Man 2, stuff like that, that's when you can take somebody's word for it.
Yeah.
You can really explain it.
Right, because comedy...
Neighbors is not something that's like going to be big block off.
No.
Blocks, so you don't know nothing about it. You just go in there, it turns out to be a good movie. So, and it's not something you're going to see part 2, part 3, part 4, part 5. It's going to be its own standalone film. It's funny. It's good. You enjoy it.
Yeah, I mean, if you're in the right mindset, because I'd recommend, if you're at a party and you watch film, it's a good party movie too. If you're drunk or having a good buzz, it's really good. Oh, and here's another thing I want to bring up. They do promote Pabst Blue Ribbon beer in the film. That's a good beer.
A thing I like, the thing you can do, and I think you'll get more kicks out of it if you do this. If you like smoking weed, big pot smoker, get high and watch this movie.
Yeah,
because you will sit there and just giggle and fucking laugh till you turn red.
Yeah, it's a good party movie because it's. I know we get a lot of those party kind of movies. This one I actually feel a lot more.
Well, the recent one we had before this was 21 and Over, and like I said, that was a little bit disappointment. It was not funny. A lot of raunchy, stupid comedy that just did not make me laugh. This was like a re-up, fixing that, because 21 Over, take from my word, if you've seen it, if you haven't, it was a disappointment. Neighbors actually fixed it and goes back to better.
I mean, I know a lot of people. There's some people are split about how they feel about Seth Rogen, because Seth Rogen always plays that same booger, like boogette kind of dude. He's always playing the same kind of character. Yeah. I think they kind of toned it down a little bit because he's playing more of a father.
Yeah, he's playing more. But you know what? since they starred him in this, and we went and seen it. I actually didn't have no problem with it.
That's what I'm saying.
Because it kind of fit. It was not too.
Yeah.
It was not that knocked up feel to it and that's super bad. We finally got him playing a father role, and instead of that, he leaves that kind of voice out a little bit. Because he doesn't do that little raunchy.
I mean, he still acts crazy when he's doing the party scenes.
But that's what you're supposed to do, and I enjoy it.
Yeah,
I still
he's hilarious. Like, there's a part where
he does shrooms.
He does shrooms, and then he takes a video, and then the cops say, what's this video here that you have? It's like, that was just a joke.
He's sitting there rubbing his nipples.
He's rubbing his nipples like this.
Yeah, it was funny. But, this is a short review.
I mean, there's really not really much to expect with this kind of film, because if you like raunchy comedies like me and him do, you'd probably get a kick out of it.
Don't be a big plot lover, story lover in this film, like you would be with Spider-Man 2, where it's supposed to have a good story.
Yeah, I mean,
this movie's not meant for that. It's for fun.
Yeah,
it's enjoyable.
If you want a good movie to watch when you're having a group of friends together, watch a film that's like on the background or having a party or something. This is the perfect movie to watch as a party.
Like I said,
along with, I think,
drink or get high.
If you're into
your choice of drug, whatever you do.
Speaking of now, I figured that since it's based on college, the college plot. I figured make a good double feature with Old School, because Old School has that same kind of vibe.
Yeah, actually it would. It would. If I had to rank it closest to anything, it would be Old School, because unlike American Pie, which is based off of high school, not really college, you got Can't Hardly Wait was high school. You got Dazed and Confused, which was high school. Pretty
American
much
Pie too.
With a fraternity party, it comes more closer to Old School.
Yeah,
it's a double feature with Old School.
Yeah, it pretty is, because Old School also have that whole freshman kind of thing where
we're not saying don't go in here thinking like they're building a franchise.
No. It's just
fraternity. They already had the fraternity, but imagine if you were, instead of being like in Old School, you were a viewer, like you were inside of the fraternity. Imagine if you did a fraternity, like you were the crowd that was watching the fraternity.
Yeah,
that was more like you're viewing the fraternity instead of being part of it like you was in Old School. You're actually the viewer of it. You're a neighbor of it. Imagine if Old School built like they did. They kind of put a house in the middle of neighborhoods. Imagine being the neighbor watching that. That's what this movie was basically off of.
It's like their reaction next door. Like, for example, if you watch Old School, it's basically the neighbor's point of view.
Yes, that's exactly what I'm trying to say.
Yeah,
neighbor's point of view is pretty much how it is, and it turned out really good.
Yeah,
I liked it.
I mean,
it fixed me over that damn Spider-Man.
Yeah, because he was really
watched the review.
Watched the review. He was really pissed.
Yeah,
but
better.
Yeah,
which we seen.
Which
we went and seen before we seen this.
Yeah,
and hour 2-minute bitching of that movie.
Yeah, but I mean, if that's really all I've got. I mean, there's so much we could talk about, but I mean, it's just one of those kind of. I mean, yeah. I mean, there's not really much else. I mean,
we don't want to spoil it out. Just go
have a good time. Yeah,
good time. See it. We're about to have a good time tonight.
Yeah.
Oh, he'll be doing a review of Godzilla.
Yeah, I know.
I won't be with him on that one, so he'll be pretty much doing a standalone in this one. But I'm hoping to do more co-host reviews with you. Got plenty more movies coming out. 2015, I'm hyped because you've probably seen a lot in 2015. Because that 2015 is going to be from January to December of nonstop blockbusters. Boom, 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 boom. But just they're calling this the movie year.
Yeah, it is
of the decade.
It's I mean, there's with that big of a lineup, you'd expect to have them put Batman versus Superman. But since they delayed a whole year,
there's going to be a lot of competitions, a lot of fights on 2015. Yeah. But you'll see me throughout this year too. There's movies that 2014 ain't nowhere near done. You'll see me again.
Yeah, well, if there's anything else that's coming out that he'll be seeing too, we'll do another review soon.
There's some movies that we won't be seeing together. Like you're gonna see Godzilla. I'm gonna be seeing Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles.
Yeah,
with my kids.
I mean, I don't mind seeing the film, but at the same time, since I'm kind of skeptical, I don't know if I should really go see it in theaters or not.
I'll probably be the one seeing it because I'm going opening day 3D. I'm gonna let him know how it turned out.
Yeah, because I don't. Now I know this is a whole different topic, but I don't blame necessarily Michael Bay for the film because he only produced the movie, but I'm really skeptical going into it because it's not one of those kind of films that's really buys my interest, because I can't buy that this is going to be, any different than like how they deal with the other. Like it's gonna, people are expecting it's gonna ruin Ninja Turtles. I'm not a big Ninja Turtle fan, but I can tell from fans' perspectives they're pretty pissed about it.
Well, anyways,
but anyway, yeah.
Check out Neighbors, good movie. Y'all have a nice night. I'm gonna go and have my night.
Yeah, I hope you have a good rest of your weekend, and we'll be back for another review sometime whenever we see another review together. But I'll be on my next review in Godzilla. So until then, hope everyone has a good rest of the weekend, and I shall see you guys in my next review.
See you.
See you.